As soon as I saw these items in the advertisement folder, I knew I had to get them. And that's not just because the entire collection will only cost you 24 euros. So yes, today we're having a look at the limited Lidl fan collection. Hey everyone, my name is Guus, that's G-U-U-S. So Lidl teamed up with their own brands Livergy and Esmara to create a fully Lidl branded collection. It was now released in the Netherlands. I got my hands on every single item in the collection. I mean, it's not that many, but let's just have a look at them. And let's not beat around the bush and start off with the item why you're probably here, the most exciting item and the most interesting item in my opinion, and that is the Lidl branded shoe. This will set you back 15 euros. I know 15 out of the 24 euros for the collection. It's so much money, right? But I think it looks really cool. Now there's actually an interesting story about this shoe, because originally this was an April Fool's joke. Last year in 2019 in Germany, where Lidl is from of course, they released an image saying, oh, we're gonna release this very limited edition sneaker, and people got really excited, but it was only an April Fool's joke. So then because people got so excited, I guess at Lidl they were like, we need to actually release a sneaker, and so they did by the end of last year in Germany. This was a very limited run of only 400 sneakers at this moment, and I think the price was like 100 euros per sneaker, but I also saw that there was some sort of win action going on, so I don't know exactly how you could get your hands on these sneakers. But even after that, people apparently were still very excited about the sneakers, and Lidl decided to keep producing them, and this is the result of that. So now, mid-2020 in July, it got released in the Netherlands together with some other items, and this is the Lidl sneaker that I can get my hands on here. Now there's not that many differences between the original very limited edition Lidl sneaker and this one. The main differences being that there was actually a pull tab on the original one, there's this little label that says which number out of the 400 it is, and there's this little hanger intertwined with the shoelaces on the original one, which I would personally already take off because otherwise it's just jangling there as you are wearing it. So there's not a really big difference between this sneaker and the original one, which is surprising to me. Imagine being one of those original collectors who thinks they got this very unique sneaker and the only really big difference is a small red pull tab at the end of your sneaker. It must be so annoying. And this story about the Lidl shoes actually reminds me of another story about another store here in the Netherlands, which is kind of budget clothing called Zeeman. They also released a sneaker, I believe, last year, and they actually released two. So they had one budget sneaker, which was just this very basic white sneaker and costed like 12 euros or something like that. And then they actually invested in creating this very unique looking sneaker. It was a very limited run, which costed 200 euros. Which is very out of brand for this specific store. Of course, I didn't get my hands on it personally, but I think it's a really cool story and these Lidl sneakers just reminded me of those. Looking at the sneaker overall, it screams Lidl, of course. The colors, the logo. It doesn't actually have a tongue, which is one of the things that caught my attention immediately. So you kind of slide in and then tie your shoelaces. Maybe you can even tie your shoelaces and then slide in and out however you want. But personally, I always like a firm fit, so I like to tie my shoelaces. Looking at the kind of design, there's definitely some theft going on here, so to say. So there's some elements from Adidas and also from Nike, especially if you look from the front. It really looks like an Air Max sneaker from Nike, for instance. But it's 15 euros, what are you gonna say? But of course, if it is 15 euros, you're not gonna expect too much. So the materials, they're not super nice. They're very plasticky and synthetic. The upper is not breathable at all, which I guess for a sneaker is fine. If you go to the outsole, it's just one material, the white part here, that's relatively squishy. And then they did put some rubber on the front and the back to help with durability. Now I know my channel is typically more focused on running videos, and even though this is kind of a runner design shoe, I really don't advise you go running in this shoe. Please do not, because you are going to injure yourself. The outsole material and everything, there's no proper technology to catch your weight and to keep your balance in this shoe. So wear it as a sneaker. It's gonna serve you perfectly fine, but don't go running in it. But I think it's a really cool sneaker. Of course, it screams, it's a statement, but it's also a really cool novelty item, and I'm so happy I managed to get my hands on it. Then my second favorite item is actually the t-shirt I'm wearing right here with the Lidl logo on it. It's a very simple t-shirt and it will only set you back €4. The material itself isn't great, so I would be careful washing it. But looking at the design, it's just a white t-shirt with a cropped Lidl logo on it. It kind of fits with some of the other styles people are wearing these days. And I think, especially together with the sneakers, it's a really nice combination. Another item people got really excited about are these socks. Lidl sports socks, as they call them themselves. They're only €1. They're not the greatest quality. They have the Lidl logo, as you can see, just on the side. I haven't worn them a whole lot yet, but there's already some fraying going on around the logo, and not as much on this sock as it is on the other one, actually. So if you look right there, you can already see some fraying happening. So I personally can't imagine wearing these socks for doing actual sports, because you're just gonna wear them out much quicker. But as a fashion statement, I think they're really cool, and for €1, you really can't go wrong. And then the final item of the collection are these Lidl slides. Look at them. I really like the design, to be honest, that they managed to split up the logo and it's just spread over the two slides. These slides are €2 a piece, but they only come in 2 packs because it's a pair. So €4 in total. They're cheap. They feel like cheap slides. But you know, for use inside of the house, or even if you really want to make a fashion statement outside with the Lidl socks, for instance, I think these definitely serve the purpose, and it's just cool to have. I mean, you have Lidl slides. How dope is that? So what do I think of the collection overall? I think it's really, really cool. Even as just everyday fashion clothing. I saw Lidl was really branding these clothes as being wrong festival clothing, which you don't wear seriously or on a serious day. But I actually disagree. Like, I am somebody who likes to make statements in their fashion. And if you know me, you know that is true. I like to sometimes wear nail polish. I like to wear bright t-shirts that some people might not wear, that catch the attention, if that makes sense. And for me, these Lidl shoes and Lidl t-shirt, and maybe even the Lidl socks, although I personally don't wear visible long socks, really fit into that picture of making a statement. It's saying, hey, look, I can look dope wearing Lidl stuff. I spent, 15 plus 4, €19 on this t-shirt and these shoes, and I look dope. And I think that's a really important part of this collection, and definitely the reason I was so interested in it. So the t-shirt and the shoes are actually mine. The slides and the socks are my brother's, but I will be wearing this t-shirt and the shoes together casually, making a statement that, hey, I am here, I bought this at Lidl, and I look dope. So let me know in the comments what you think. Would you wear these casually, or is it really something ridiculous to you, which you would only wear to, for instance, a carnival or a festival or something like that? Because I really like it, but what do you think? Also, how do you tie your sneakers so that you can hide the laces? Because I think I figured out a way to kind of do it, but maybe it's not optimal yet. So let me know in the comments down below if you have a good technique to tie your shoes and then hide the laces, I guess, inside the shoe. In case you are wondering, this channel is typically more focused on running and technology. At the moment, I am recovering from an injury, but I can slowly but surely run again, which means I can get running footage, which means I can make running videos. So the next video will probably already be more running focused, and hopefully it will only get more and more running focused from that point on. Now, I am not afraid to make videos like these in between on topics which I find fun or interesting, and fashion is definitely one of those. So who knows, maybe more fashion videos in the future. In case you like this video, let me know down below and I will consider. But that's really all I have to tell you today. So in case you like this video, please leave a like down below, also comment. And if you want to see more of these videos, let me know, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon, and you will be informed once new videos do go live. But that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and then you will see me again in the next video. Bye bye.